All right, welcome back, Truth Seeker. Waiting for a few people to get in the room. Again, for all you guys who are on this channel who haven't been keeping up, this is Gematria Effect News 22. There's been a Gematria Effect News 23, a Gematria Effect News 24, a Gematria Effect News 25. There probably would have been a Gematria Effect News 26, but YouTube's figured out a way to cap me out. I haven't been able to create a new channel. But of course, I keep creating new channels because I keep getting suspended and being on the verge of deletion. And I keep having to switch between channels to keep content up. Again, I've had 20-some channels deleted all the way. And when you lose your whole channel, it's frustrating because you lose a lot of hard work and effort. And again, this has been the latest method to just swap between channels during suspensions. And it's frustrating for all the stuff that I've been deleted for. Every last thing I have been deleted for, I've been right about. And we know what's going on. You know, the only thing that's tolerated at this day and age are the authorities' lies. And if you speak against them, you're labeled as misinformation or hate speech. And of course, Gematria Effect News 25 suspended right now for hate speech. And again, I would love to be in the room with the person who made the decision, because I thought I was sticking up for a group of people and saying it's not fair to demonize a whole group of people. But at the same time, there are certain things that Kanye West and others are pointing to that need to be addressed. And these things are religious beliefs expressed in the Talmud that are problematic. Just like all religions have things that are problematic about them. But anyway, I've been saying the same thing for over a year and it still hasn't happened. I've been asking all these people who've been censored to ask their audiences. Again, we need to agree on a date and then promote that date and try to get thousands of people to show up at the doorstep of Google. And all these companies are close to each other. Google, Facebook. I mean, it could be a parade of truth seekers and speakers moving around as a pack of thousands of people and trying to get the employees that work at these campuses to think about what they're doing and how un-American it is and how dangerous it is. I mean, the people who have been censored and deleted for misinformation in the time of the pandemic are the people who've also saved a lot of people's lives. And they're also the people who've been bullied and demonized. And that's the thing that's sickening too. You know, they're talking about bullying all the time. The biggest bullies in the world right now are the people at big tech. They are bullying and demonizing people who do not go along with authority. And again, there's no other way to put it, you know. There is no other way to put it. And like I said earlier, you know, I can get on YouTube's platform and I can criticize every religion except for one. If I mention that one religion, then it's taken down for hate speech. And right there, that shows you just how bankrupt the policy is. And then it goes back to what's written in the Talmud, right? And the Talmud, only one religion matters. Everybody else is a lesser. And I get tired of you guys who come from that religious group coming on here and saying, oh, you don't read Hebrew and Aramaic, so how can you know? I'd have to be a moron not to know. Let me take you back to July 4th, 2016, the day of the Juno probe landing on Jupiter, as Google made their doodle all day say, goy. Sure, it was just a coincidence. I'm sure I need to read Hebrew and Aramaic to understand what's going on. You know? But yeah, again, I don't know why, you know, it's been over a year that I've been putting this idea out there that everybody needs to agree on a date and come together and make a lot of noise about it. And you know, I could just drive out there myself and see who shows up, like we did for Oklahoma City and Buffalo and New York City. I mean, we've gotten some decent crowds, but really this has to be thousands of people. It can't just be a group of 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 people. It needs to be a massive turnout. So I don't know why there's not more willpower behind that idea. There's nothing more important right now that we can do as a people than stand up for the First Amendment. Again, that's the only thing that sets America apart from any other place. Freedom of speech. And it's something we don't have. You know, I'm not sure we really ever had it, but it's it's definitely on the decline, so. Where I live now in this little town, they got an airport here. And apparently you can get flying lessons. Might have to look into seeing how expensive that is. Wonder if one of those little Cessnas can fly from up here down to Silicon Valley and make the trip a lot quicker. That's the one thing about driving down to Silicon Valley this time of year. You got to pass through the mountains when the snow's starting to fall. Sometimes it get a little bit hairy. But that's also why I said in the video, let's plan it for the spring. In the spring, when everything warms up, you know, nobody has an excuse not to be there. The roads will be clear, gives people time to plan it out. And as fast as time goes, before you know it, it'll already be spring again, so. Yeah, I just, sadly, I feel like it's our community is the only one that's stepping up to the plate and doing the things that Americans should be doing right now. It seems amazing to me, a nation of 300 and some million people, and so few people with the courage to do what's right. So. Let me see, is there any comments in this chat? Every time I look down, I haven't seen a comment yet. Maybe I had to hit the button. What's up, Cuts? Cuts is in California. I know he could make it out there. He just came all the way out to New York. But yeah, I didn't want to go on too long, you guys. I just had a little short walk. And I just want to put the idea out there one more time. You never know who might see it. Oh, by the way, Dane Calloway wants to do a live stream tomorrow. So I imagine I will be on Dane Calloway's live stream. I'm not exactly sure if he's an East Coast or West Coast guy, but he said, let's do it tomorrow night. So if he's on the West Coast, definitely be a nighttime broadcast for me. But if he's on the East Coast, it might be a late afternoon broadcast. So stay tuned for that too. Tomorrow is Saturday, October 29th. And if you don't know Dane Calloway, he's got a big old platform. And last Friday he said, let's connect and do a show together. And a week later he says, let's do it tomorrow. So he didn't give me a specific time, but he said he'll reach out when he's ready to go. So I think he's a little bit like me. And the fact that it's hard to exactly plan out the day because you never know what's coming next. So yeah, and if you guys aren't subscribed to his channel, you might want to subscribe so you don't miss the stream tomorrow, assuming there's no hiccups. Hold on. All right, True Seeker. I walked to where I needed to go. But, yeah, it's a busy day. I'm sure by the time I get done with this, there'll be more to talk about when I return. So let me know what you guys think. What's the right day in spring? You think spring's the right time, or you think that's too late from now? Let me know. And until next time.